put in the right amount. I don't want to ruin this.
There's no ruining.
Yeah. Well, we're about to squirt fish into a bunch of potatoes.
Justin Warner here with actor/comedian Connor Ratliff, and today we're gonna eat the universe. So today we're gonna be making a dish inspired by none other than the god of thunder.
Thor.
That's right.
Wow.
And what we've got here is the Mjolnir of meats. This is what's known as a tomahawk chop. But what is a tomahawk if not a sharpened hammer?
Nothing.
So we're cooking a dish that's inspired by Thor, but by the end of this, I'm imagining this being worthy of the great dining halls of Asgard.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
What would be a dish that would be offensive to them?
Beers that don't refill themselves.
Oh, they're spoiled.
I know. You want to season this good guy up?
Yeah, I would like to.
We're going to use salt, pepper, and oil.
I don't want to do this wrong.
There is no wrong.
So I just spray it like that? Like
Yeah,
that? Okay.
yeah,
All
definitely.
right. It's like that. Is there a point where I should stop, or do I have to finish? Okay.
All right. But you knew that.
Yeah, I asked at the point where I felt like this is too much.
Definitely.
Everybody knows when they've done wrong, unless you're a sociopath. How would this be if this was sugar instead of salt? Would that make a difference?
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah.
And that's actually, it's funny that you mentioned that. As this is a Thor-inspired dish, one of the great line cook pranks of all times is to swap out a cook's salt and sugar.
Yeah.
I feel like Loki would do that if he was a line cook.
Yeah.
I'll pepper this.
Okay, great.
You want to rotate the steak? You can just use the bone.
What do you mean? Rotate it just around and around?
Yeah, like a clock.
Okay.
No,
I'm gonna knock the salt, then I gotta lift it like that. This is exciting. This is like, oh, you're not doing anything.
No. Can you rotate it on what is this, the
like
y-axis?
That?
Yes.
Like that? That's what you want? Okay. So that was just frivolous what I did, and you just let it happen.
All right, so now it's time to cook this.
Great.
So I have a preheated cast
that's
iron
hot.
griddle. It's extremely hot. How do you feel about it?
I feel scared, like I'm gonna accidentally touch it.
Well, don't. So you want to go ahead and put that on there?
I can't lift it.
But I, Chef Justin Warner, am worthy to hold the meat Mjolnir.
That was humiliating.
Oh yeah.
That's the sound of cooking.
Yeah, progress. We're kind of freewheeling this recipe right now.
Yeah.
But you freewheel for a living.
Well, sort of. Yeah. I do a lot of improvising.
Okay.
And I perform at the Bright Citizens Brigade Theater, and I do shows with a team called the Stepfathers on Friday nights, and in ASCAT, which is probably the most popular UCB show.
Totally.
Every Sunday night.
We've had a couple, if not one, ASCAT person on the show before, Zach Cherry.
Yes, wonderful. Zach Cherry from Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah, it's true.
Do a flip.
Yeah. I'm gonna give this a flip, and then I'll transfer it to the oven to finish cooking.
You're cooking the outside just how you like it, and then the oven will take care of the inside.
You got it. It's Midgardian technology at its finest. Connor, sir, I believe that no steak is complete without mashed potatoes.
I completely agree.
Okay, good. Well, these are some potatoes that I've simply quartered and boiled. So we're gonna make mashed potatoes. And I like to make mashed potatoes while the potatoes are still hot. That way the starch is moving around there, and then you have some absorption of our seasonings and flavoring liquids.
Wonderful.
Do you wanna do the mashing?
Yeah, I'll do the mashing.
So I'm really excited about this because, one, I think it's gonna make for a very Asgardian and gigantic presentation, but also because I get to add one of my favorite ingredients of all time.
What's that?
That is cream smoked fish roe.
See, now this is strange to me. What is this? I wouldn't have anticipated.
Yeah, it's fish eggs in a tube. I'm excited about this because it's Swedish, right? And that's like Norse.
This looks like a medical product that Thor would use.
I was hoping maybe toothpaste, but maybe you have
That's
more
a medical
experience.
product. Dentistry is, it's preventative medicine.
Absolutely.
Does Thor need to brush his teeth?
That's a good question. I don't know.
I would be shocked.
Now kids can like look up to Thor and be like, he doesn't brush his teeth, neither do I.
Yeah, but Thor doesn't have to. That's what the parent would say. He's a god. When you're a god, then you can stop brushing your teeth, and then you're fighting with your children.
You have kids?
No.
Well, let's make some
So
mashed
we
potatoes.
squirt this in? We squirt this in on the potatoes?
Eventually.
What do we put first? Butter. See,
yeah.
now that's a classic mashed potato ingredient that I understand.
You don't think that there's a fish-potato connection? You don't think they're brothers?
I've never thought of them having a relation. When I picture a potato and a fish, I imagine them having nothing to talk about. What do you do? I swim. What do you do? Sit in the ground. Great. Just mash these?
Yeah. Thor is the god of thunder. What are you the god of?
Melancholy improv scenes.
Melancholy improv scenes?
Yeah. They're funny, but there's a deep pain behind them. I'm the god of long podcast episodes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I heard that this is a specialty of yours.
Yeah, yeah. Am I doing it wrong?
No, I'm just getting the bottom into this.
Gotcha.
You were actually doing a great job.
You don't need to say that.
All right, so long podcasts.
Yeah, I co-host a podcast with my friend JD Amato called 12 Hour Day with JD and Connor, and each episode is at least 12 hours long.
Wow.
Yeah.
In the relationship between the two of you, who's the Thor and who's the Loki?
Oh, I'm definitely the Thor, JD is definitely the Loki. At one point during one of the episodes, JD said he had work to do, and I found out later he went and took a nap, left me to talk all by myself for an hour.
That's classic Loki stuff.
That's very Loki.
Yeah, so
yeah,
Loki.
And Thor would fall for that kind of trick.
Oh, totally.
This is really going well.
Do you want to stop?
Never.
Right? That's that 12-hour podcast
Yeah,
right there.
I'll
It's
match
coming
these
out,
for
right?
12 hours.
Well, you've done a great job helping me out here. I really appreciate this. I'm going to plate all of this up, and I will see you at the table of tastes.
Great.
Wow. You read the instructions.
Wow.
You know, you might not be the god of thunder, but you are the god of melancholy improv scenes. So I wanted to create a meal fit for the god of melancholy improv scenes, and I'm hoping that we've done it.
I mean, it certainly looks like it has layers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It looks like it's bold but vulnerable. It's meek yet ambitious. It's humble and yet it knows what's going on.
Well, that's what we look for in our heroes.
What do we do? What's the first move here?
All right, so first things first, we'll hack this off the bone. Like
Great,
so.
great.
The steak is actually in multiple sections. So we've got this, which is the decal, which is the extra fatty, almost belly part. Like,
The decal.
yeah, this is like the rib eye, the eye.
That's the part.
Yes.
That's the part.
And then this is another fatty part. So, do you have a dog?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
But a dog would love that bone.
We'll give it to the intern.
Look at that. Look at that. It's like a little piece of pie.
Aw, thank you.
Now it's made a little mouth where it's like, I am a meal worthy for a god.
Shall we?
Yes.
Here's to you.
That's really good. Now here's the thing. Now normally if I would eat mashed potatoes, I wouldn't be like, fishy. That wouldn't be a thing I would normally associate. So this is a new thing for me.
You wouldn't even know if it's there if I told you.
I wouldn't know. These potatoes have a secret, and secrets are often an integral part of most superheroes. They keep secrets constantly, so it makes sense you'd have potatoes and like, I'm also fish.
Right.
You don't want any of the, what's you call the dipple? What's
Decal.
that? You don't want any of the decal?
I'll take a little bit of the decal.
Let me slice you off just a little piece of decal.
Anyway, where can we find more of what you do?
You can find me on Twitter.
ConnorRatliff, Connor Ratliff. If you spell it right, you'll find me. You can find me at the UCB Theater in New York. Occasionally I'll pop up in a movie or a television show and you'll be like, oh, that's the guy who fed the decal.
Fair. Connor, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for feeding me.
You deserve it. Well, that's all we've got for Eat the Universe. We will see you next time.